It's supposed to start at 30, right? Nine. One more minute to go. 3:30. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Leon's Corner. Um, as usual, Leon here at the platform. How are you all doing today? Today, we're gonna talk about Resident Evil. Um, I'm gonna try to cover every single thing Resident Evil uh, related, starting with the games and the movies and whatever falls under Resident Evil. So today is an old Resident Evil, but I'm still gonna leave open this section for any questions you might wanna have for me. Um, or if you wanna know more about me, as long as it's not personal, um, it'll be open. Also, so feel free to ask anything during this section. I know. I need to have it because the shadow go here. It doesn't go through here as much. So anyway, how are you all doing? Um, hey, Sinus, welcome to Leon's Corner. What's up, my man? So, are you ready for today's topic? By the way, Sinos, thanks for the hype. Yeah, I know that feeling, man. I really know that feeling. But yeah, so guys, today's all Resident Evil, but as usual, like I said before, ask me, feel free to ask. Remember, this is an open discussion platform, so you could ask me in between topics, whatever you want. So feel free. If you want to know about me, you guys could ask. But remember, nothing personal. Okay, so I guess I'll get it going anyway. So, how many of you have played any better yet? What is your favorite Resident Evil game, movie, you name it, and character, and why? For instance, mine would be Wesker from Resident Evil 4. Yeah, Wesker's not a good might not be a good choice, but one thing about Wesker, he's pretty. Oh man, he's pretty smart, and I don't know if it's me or he actually played Umbrella, because one of the things that you find out from the original game, Wesker is one of their scientists, and if you follow the story, you also find out that Wesker was the creator of Star's tactical team, but it seemed like he was playing Umbrella as well, because he lured Stars to the mansion, and his plan was to just take him out. But there were other things that kinda got on his way, so he had to change his strategy a bit. Favorite Resident Evil game? That would be Resident Evil 4. it's kind of awkward seeing the people just people, not zombies. Yeah, well, yes, there's zombies, but not quite zombies because they have this thing called las plagas, which basically just is just like the T virus or the G virus. It's uh, infection of some sort where it, instead of zombify people, make people go crazy. Yeah, basically they'll still be normal, they just won't think anymore. I mean, their thinking process will shut off because of las plagas. So yeah, but the heck? Uh, Going back to Resident Evil 1, you do find Wesker's plot. Still don't know if he plays Umbrella, because under Umbrella he was a scientist before, and he created stars just to, I guess, um, have something so Umbrella wouldn't know his true motives, which are unknown at the moment. Um, he does. Uh, he does get. Well, if you think about it, you don't see him. You don't see him as much because on the first game he does get killed by the tyrant because he reveals his secret plan. But the reason why he disappeared is because he once he revealed his secret plan to either Jill or Chris, depending who you're using, he had injected himself with the T virus, and luckily he was able to get used to it. He didn't turn into a zombie, he just gained super strength, which was to his advantage, but you don't get to see him until Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 2, in other hand, it takes place where two of my favorite characters, of my favorite characters, but my top number one's Wesker. Leon S. Kennedy arrives in town. He's the rookie cop from. He just thanks Signals for the hype. He joins um, Raccoon um, Police Department, and he takes a look of what happens to the city. So he runs into Claire Redfield, who happens to be looking for her brother Chris, because she finds out what happened and she's trying to track him down. She meets Leon in Raccoon City, and as things get even worse due to an incident with the gas tanker, they're forced to be separated, and they meet up at the police station. In that, a lot of things happen um, where Jill discovers that her brother's not longer in Raccoon, but she finds his diary, and she reads it, and she finds that she reads that Chris couldn't even tell her why what was going on at the moment. So knowing that, they also run run into a little girl named Sherry. She's the daughter of two of Umbrella's top scientists, yeah, Sherry Birkin. If you know this, um, William Birkin is Sherry's dad. He was the developer of the T virus, or the G virus, and also uh, there's, I think her mom's name's Annette Perkins. She's also scientist within the Umbrella ranks. Um, there's a flashback where once you find out the truth about the them, because Annette will explain why is it that there's this monster after Sherry, and this monster happens to be William himself. He injected the G virus on himself because of he needed to test it out. Plus, Umbrella was going to take the his creation, which was the virus. So later on, Annette explains that, and you see a flashback of actually William getting uh, um, taking the virus, getting shot, and all that. Uh, you also find out that Brian Irons was involved in all the conspiracy going on within Raccoon City. He had made deals with Umbrella behind the scenes, and you'll see what happens to him. So later on, you do face William Birkin. He's not longer William himself. He stopped thinking because of the virus. He became a monster, basically. So, yeah. Resident Evil 3, I played some of it. Not much, but I know the story goes as far as that during the evacuation of Raccoon City, Jill tried to escape. She was one of the um, people there that was left from the whole raccoon incident, and um, she was looking for a way of escaping. Resident Evil 4, my favorite one. I was shocked because this one takes between, oh man, which two Resident Evil games was it? Three, three and two? No, that's not right. Anyway, you get to see Leon S. Kennedy differently, and now he works for the U.S. government, and he was assigned to protect the president's daughter, and something goes wrong where she gets adopted. Um, God, I forgot her name already, but your mission is to find her and bring her back safe. So you go to Spain, and that's when you run into the whole Las Plagas incident, and you have to. Your prime objective, of course, is saving the president's daughter. That's your prime objective. But you run into oh man, crazy stuff. I mean, if you think zombie dogs were bad enough, it gets a lot worse. Trust me, cause you don't run into zombies. You run into people that's fully crazed due to Las Plagas. And I mean, hey, Piro, what's up? Welcome to Leon's Corner. Glad to have you here. Thanks for the hype, my man. So, you run into a tough situation. I mean, forget being the undead. This time you're like, you're living, but you're just not in your right state of mind. Put it that way. Oh man, seeing those. So once you do, you have to fight. Oh man, fight your way through. And I remember there's one guy that is annoying as heck, and that's Salazar. Oh god, I remember. uh, we used to we used to actually upset one of my friends, me and his friends, because we would talk about Resident Evil 4. We would be playing, and one of the things this friend didn't like is the fact that if you name Salazar, he would just go like, "You guys." So he'll get jumpy. So me and his friends, we would be like, "Oh, Salazar." and and he would get jumpy. Another thing that'll really get him jumpy is the fact that we were pretty much acting like the people were. Um, one of the guys would go like, "Matenlo," or the other guy will go like, "Ahí está." So I mean, we were trying to just annoying annoy him in a way, but it was so hilarious. Um, anyway, going on. Yeah. Once that happened, um, you jump onto Resident Evil 5, which I haven't played, except that I know quite a few things. Everything goes back to Africa, if I'm not correctly, um, where there's this other thing similar to Las Plagas, which made people crazy. But yeah, because from that, as far as I can remember, everything started in Africa. Somebody with an umbrella stole something from Africa, which led to the G virus. That's the origins. I can't remember fully because I didn't play the game. Uh, Resident 6 and 7, I didn't play those. So going on, the movies. I'm here starting with the Resident Evil movies. This is a person's choice, and the reason why is like, to me, to me personally, the CGI movies were the best. Why? Because they kept up with the actual characters, and they were in between the games. For instance, Resident Evil. Um, oh, the first CGI movie was it Degeneration? Degeneration? Yeah, Degeneration. That movie kept on within within Resident Evil. Um, I'd say 3 and 4, within that range, and you get to see Claire Redfield and Leon joining together. Yes, you do see them. It's funny. Um, uh, what I was saying. Damn it. Oh yeah, so you get to see them joining against this corporation. Now I don't know because it happens on one of the games, but my biggest question is Tricell pharmaceutical part of the umbrella corporations, or is it an is it um, different from umbrella? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because by Resident Evil 4, I remember, if, you see the story, all the stocks within Umbrella fell apart. They lost money and Umbrella just collapsed. But I have no idea because again, Drizzle just remind me of Umbrella in a sense. I don't know. And then you have Resident Evil Damnation, which was a good movie by the way. CGI, the storyline. I mean, you get to see the actual characters. I mean, you see on this one, I believe it was Leon and I think Chris. I'm not. I can't remember the one. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention on part 4, Ada Wong had an interesting part on Resident Evil 4. The details are kind of sketchy and confusing because you do see Wesker and you see Ada talking to him because she got the sample of Las Plagas, but she talks about a certain, she goes to organization, but it's not clear what organization she was working for. But she was working for Wesker or she was trying to play Wesker in the other hand. So it's kind of confusing. Anyway, yeah, you get to see her on Resident Evil Damnation, which was a good movie actually. Mugs, hey, welcome to Leon's Corner, and thanks for the hype. First time chatter, welcome. Hey Legion, hello. You just woke up? Yeah, same here. I just woke up a couple hours ago. So yeah, uh, another good one. Yeah, was the you see you see Rebecca Chambers. She's a scientist. You get to see Leon S. Kennedy, who at this point he didn't want to do nothing anymore. He was like, he didn't want nothing to do with Umbrella or anything with the remind. Yeah, but he does run into, I believe Chris. Not sure. Which reminds me, a lot of people, and this happened with Cowboy Bebop, the Netflix series, would probably be disappointed. There was one Resident Evil. I didn't get to see it because I had no time, but then the new one came out and with two friends and yeah, so I mean, and now the other Resident Evil movies. Now Here's where I say it's up to people. Um, it's really up to people, really, whether they like it or not. That's 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 uh, uh, that's up to them. I mean, the movies were good. The live action, I give them props. I think the person that played Alice did a good role. I know there's a lot of disagreements. There shouldn't be an Alice because there was no Alice on Resident Evil. Yes, that's true. There was no. Actually, there might have been, but she was rewritten out of the series for some reason. So we never know if there was an Alice or not. Um, the other thing is there was quite a few disappointments from the first one to Apocalypse, and the reason being why is because of the ending where they just straight jump to the Nemesis program. By the way, that was Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So yeah, I understand that. But if you see the movies, they weren't that bad. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna be straight with you guys is that the actor that played Carlos Oliveira, if you take a closer look, he does look like Chris Redfield. I'm not gonna lie to you. He looks like Chris Redfield and he acts like Chris Redfield. So there a disappointment. The guy that played Chris Redfield on the third movie wasn't really no. But again, that's my opinion. Just like the new movie. Should uh let's see. Um the third not the third movie was the fourth movie actually. The third movie was shoot, what was the third movie? Extinction. Never mind. It was the fourth movie I think. But um yeah, the new movie, I kind of was disappointed because of the fact that um if you notice who played Claire Red, or the girl from Resident Evil 5. No, no, I'm not kidding. Um, Actually, she did. So yeah, so I mean, I think I covered pretty much Resident Evil in a nutshell. I see those. I think I did cover Resident Evil, or I might be lifting something out. No, not really, because I covered the movies, I covered all the games except the ones I couldn't play. Not to mention the Village, which is part 8. I heard it's a good game. Other than that, so saying that, yeah, I've seen actually. Um, I've seen people on Twitch playing it. It looks like a good game. I wish I could play it, but I don't have I don't have the system for it. Oh snap! I did forget about the Resident Evil, um, uh, the yes, what was it? There were two games. One I didn't mention, Resident Evil. Oh man, it's for the PlayStation 3. I mean PlayStation 4. Um, should I just put it so I wouldn't be able to cover it because I played some of it. But yeah, that's pretty much Resident Evil in a nutshell. And besides from the books, which are novels. So, any questions, comments, concerns? Hey, it's an open platform, so feel free to ask. Yeah, man, I know you guys will ask me something.
Doing in there?
Maybe a little concoction.
Let's see. I'm done with Resident Evil. Um, let me think. Okay. Oh, yeah, Resident Evil Village. That's the latest one. Yeah, I did heard about it. It's I like I said, I've seen people playing it, and I mean, it seems like a good game. Okay, has anybody played Parasite Eve? If you think about it, Parasite Eve is just like Resident Evil. Now that I think about it, I didn't realize that until now. Yeah, one was good. I mean, the storyline, everything. Boy, I was surprised at the ending because it's just like the beginning. Uh, and the thing about the Parasite Eve 2, you know, 2 and third birthday, actually all three games are, from what I heard, they're standalones. Each one has a different, have a, they're a standalone, so they're a different game, but I like two. Um, I like third birthday actually. Third birthday. I I like the fact that Aya was able to, uh, let's say she was like a jumper. Basically, she was a jumper because she was able to jump onto people's bodies. Yeah, that was fun. The thing about third birthday though, the only thing that matched was that Aya was supposed to marry what's his name from Parasite Eve 2. Yeah, they were getting married actually. They did get married. The trick the confusing part was Eve. What did she play in? What role did she play on it? I mean, if you see the wedding scene, which was confusing to me. Not just that, the whole plot was confusing because of what's his name, their main boss. I don't know what he was trying to achieve. Yeah, it surprised me too. I mean, because you see, I remember Aya and Eve exchanging bodies. There was a reason why, and then she has to shoot her. I don't know what was that all about. Yeah, today is inspection day. Um, yeah, uh, they switched bodies, but I don't know what was all behind it. I mean, I I can quite remember that seriously. But yeah, it was an unexpected end. So, in your opinion, votes, what Parasite game is your favorite? And again, character, because I go for two things. Game, well, as far as gaming movies goes, an anime, I go for anime or movies or game and character. So, based on Parasite Eve, which is your favorite game? Is it Parasite Eve? Is it Parasite Eve 2? Or is it third birthday? The third birthday. And your favorite character? So for me, believe it or not, it's a toss up between Parasite Eve and Parasite Eve Third Birthday as favorite. Character, of course, Aya Brea would be she would be my favorite character. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that twisted. I forgot what role they played. Actually, it's been a long time. I mean, sorry, I had that game when I was able to have the emulator, and yeah, I forget what role that the the twisted and the high ones had in the whole game. But you know, their main boss had a motive, right? I mean, he had a hidden motive because if you see the final scene with the at the church, he explains something to you. I mean, let's see. Sorry, what else could I talk about? Now, did you know? Speaking about Parasite Eve, has anyone seen the live action? I mean, I had it's one of those that are interesting. There, it's interesting because it's based on on the novel Parasite Eve, but uh, it's one of those kind of weird, especially But rumors were, and because of it, Well, they did wanted to do the American version of Parasite Eve, the movie, but Madonna purchased the storyline and bought the storyline, and the thing is, by trying to be the main character and not getting it meant not doing the movie. So yeah, I was supposed to marry Kyle. That's right. That's, the political sky. I yes, consciousness. True, true. That was, yeah, that was actually the. If you think about it, that was Aya's true objective. Which is weird, because if you play the other Parasite Eve games, it's like that's why I say they were saying it's three different stories. The only thing that's linked between uh, uh, Parasite Eve 2 and Third Birthday is the fact that on part 2 Aya meets Kyle. Yes, and that was at Mojave Desert where things started. All right, hey guys, listen. I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back. So feel free to uh, talk. Feel free to talk to yourselves and prepare some questions. I'll be right back. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's getting close. So because you don't need until 5. So.
All right, guys, I'm back. So, did I miss something there? Nope. Oh yes, he knows. Coming down with the crabs. Okay, so we're starting the crab chain. So as I say, crabs, crabs, give me the crabs. Hey, just don't invite Mr. Krabs. Anyway, um, I think that nails it for Parasite Eve. Um, oh yeah, the movie. I was talking about the live action. They were planning to, but since Madonna purchased the rights, and one of the things is you not always could get what you want. So in this case, she wanted to play Aya. That didn't happen. So
What? Lay back down.
as for the one
So
responsible,
once
I'm
you laugh,
thinking he
just
was
sit
trying
back,
to
heel,
create time for
and
zero.
use the cowbell.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
I'm gonna change it anyways.
I forgot about that. Yeah, yes, that's right. The boss tried to create zero. That's right.
I have a spot where I can hide it.
That was right. I forgot about zero.
I'll clean that and the two plates and the set.
Yes, he did have that as a hidden agenda. I remember that.
Damn,
His plans were right in motion, but something went wrong. That's true. That is true. He had his plans in motion, but he had a setback. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's the whole church thing. I remember. Yeah, you brought up a good point there, because he was actually trying to explain to Aya the whole reasoning behind it, and that led to the creation of Zero. Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to now. I'm gonna do that after I finish figuring out if I need to move the people stuff to the laptop, to the Chromebook.
That
And then I'll do the
is
factory reset.
that is right. True. Yeah. Um. Okay. So Parasite is Resident Evil. Hmm. So um. Has anyone played Ninja Gaiden? Okay, okay. There's a people say Ninja Gaiden or it. The question is it Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden? Because for one thing in Japan is Gaiden. but just like the names of the characters from Street Fighter, which we know them as we know him as Ryu, but it's Ryu. So yeah. Um, but going back to Ninja Gaiden, yeah. Um, has anyone played that game? Me, well, I I had played that. I like the Ninja Gaiden trilogy series from Super Nintendo. It's basically Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3, and my favorite Ninja Gaiden game would be Part 2, which is kind of confusing if you think about it, because on one you face Jakio. Once Jakio's been defeated, on part two, what makes it confusing is that you face the Emperor of Darkness, which is Ashtar, but then you face Jakio. How confusing could that be? So you first you get the Emperor, and then you kill the guy that was under him. Yeah, it is a good game actually. I mean, part one was good. Part two, I love part two. A bit more challenging. No, all of them are challenging. Part three cuts the cake, though. That is hard. And I like the story, how the story goes. For instance, and there's a little curveball about it, because if you see the storyline for Ninja Gaiden 1 is that you, well, after your dad, yes, Ken Hayabusa, here we go, they were throwing the whole Street Fighter thing because the two main characters are, yeah, part 2 and part 3. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I actually beat part 2. Part 1 is hard because of there's one thing you gotta avoid, and it's just annoying. And part 3 is hard. And you agree to work for him under certain conditions, you run into Foster one more time. But the thing is, I think I forget the whole thing. Because, oh yeah, first is Jakio, and then after fighting Jakio, you fight the demon who we know that Shinobi, well, Shinobi tried to stop him. If you go back into the story where the part where actually Walter Smith, Ken's partner, um, tells you that Shinobi tried to stop him, but the demon couldn't be defeated. and he locked he confined the powers into two different statues, yeah, light and dark, and then confined the demon because he couldn't be stopped. Yeah, actually, Shinobi borrowed the power of the dragon. He actually did. So that was a confusing point. But yeah, yeah. So you fight Yakio, and then you fight the demon, who happens to be none other than Ken Hayabusa, your dad. So yeah, and believe it or not, it's kind of awkward because after or at some point he helps you. It kind of feels back to that Star Wars thing where Darth Vader throws the Emperor after his luck getting shocked to a crisp. Yeah, actually, yeah. The demon happened to be your dad. It's yeah. It was confusing because I know you faced Jakio, but then you have to face the demon himself, and and the confusing part is that um you do fight a guy named Mao, and he tells you that yeah, he faced your dad a while back, but he disappeared. And then he reveals that your dad's still around. Actually, I don't remember if he does reveal that. I think he does tell you your dad's still around, so. Because he just mentioned, yeah, we held a fight, but the big shocker is, yeah, once you face the demon, you find out that it's your dad.
Setting up my work alarms.
And here's the kicker: if you there is a Ninja Gaiden anime. I thought it was going to be like the Nintendo game. I was wrong. The anime of Ninja Gaiden takes place. Uh, Actually, it's based of the. I don't know if it's the arcade Ninja Gaiden or the. Ugh, not Saturn. Man, not Sega CD. Ah, I can't think on the system right now, but hey Raquel, welcome to Leon's Corner. Thanks for the hype, and I'm glad you're here. So, yeah, the anime Ninja Gaiden, it's takes takes place somewhere. It's based on one system. I forgot which system was. Uh, it must have been the arcade game. I think. Whew. But man, That anime is confusing as well. Wow, we spoke about Shinobi. Has speaking about Shinobi, because it came into that topic. Has anybody played Shinobi? Which was it, the Nintendo one or the uh, PlayStation? Because I played both of them. Yeah, I think the Nintendo one does tell the story of Shinobi fighting the demon, the same demon that Ryu fought. Yeah, the Nintendo one. I played it. I played that one. Oh, the PlayStation one. Oh yeah, the PlayStation one. That was a good one. Yeah, yeah, the PlayStation 2 Shinobi. Yeah, remember that one. My stomach. Yeah, how was it? Cause I played it, but I barely remember it. Oh, I didn't play that much of the PlayStation one, but hmm. You know, I forgot about the storyline and the. I mean, I played that game a long time ago. I admit it was a fun game. If I say myself, better than the original Shinobi. but yeah. Yeah, it was a good game. It was better than the first one. I couldn't agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, oh, now we get into ninjas. Well, since we got into the topic of ninjas, might as well throw this one. Has anybody played Naruto Ultimate Fighter? Was it not? There were several Naruto games. Ultimate Ninja. I know I had the first two Naruto games for PlayStation 2, and man, I love both of them. For the first Naruto game, uh, it was limited. I mean, as far as getting people, it was limited. The levels were pretty cool. The storyline, well, I forgot about the storyline for the first Naruto in PlayStation. But man, Ultimate Ninja 2, God. I like the fact that they added more fighters, even the Hokages. But yeah, what I didn't like, what got me actually for both Naruto games were that you have to go by ranking missions, and you have to do specify rank, and the higher the rank it got, the best chance of the more you get paid by your missions. So you were basically getting paid for your missions. The best ones were the S rank missions. Then were your A ranks, B ranks, C ranks, D ranks, and your total failure. Um, then I played. Ooh, there were other. Oh yeah, Naruto Ninja Storm. I have um one. Let me think. I think it was 1 and 3, cause the second one was bad and I had to return it to GameStop. But it was because, and here's the funny part. It was because of the Naruto Ninja Storm that I found out about the fourth Ninja War actually, because you get that storyline on the game,
Mm.
and I just remember I had no idea how got up with the Ninja War, the first Ninja War. Like it was so epic. I mean, there's no way of describing that episode, along with Kara's words that encourage everybody to team up. Man, I'll never forget that. So yeah, well, it's almost 5. Um, how about any other fighting games that you guys had played in the past? Any favorite fighting games? Um, I know one good fighting game, to my opinion, was Mortal Kombat, and I remember back then, it when I was little, um, the first time I played Mortal Kombat was at Pizza Hut, and they had the arcades. Ooh, Killer Instinct, that's also a good one. Yeah, my favorite character was Orchid. Cool. So yeah, I played Mortal Kombat when I was little, and that was when Pizza Hut had the arcade games. It was a big thing back then. I remember. Hey, welcome to Leon's Corner. Oh, you play most of the Naruto games? Cool, cool. Wait, what do you mean? Most of the Naruto games were good. I don't get that. What did he mean by that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, some. Hey, Moise, speaking. Hey, nice to have you here. Hey, I'm doing good. How about you? Um, okay. Cool, cool. I'm doing good too. Just chilling a bit. Just remembering some games. What do you plan for? But that's gonna be probably later on. Do the same thing as always, but try to get a chance to chill in between. What about you? What are your plans? Hey, no kidding. I like the Naruto games. Like I said, I had the I think I had the all right. So I got the some of the Naruto games like Ultimate Ninja 1 and 2. I had the 1 and 3 because I think to go. Okay. So I had the Ultimate. Oh, cool. That's cool. That's cool. It's always good to talk about nostalgic games or items here and there. I agree with you on that. Um, but yeah, I had the Ultimate Ninja Naruto games 1 and 2, and then I had the ones for Ninja Storm as well. I can't remember if it was Ninja Storm 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 because one of them I had to return because it wasn't working. But yeah, the missions were really hard. Shoot, I remember. Sorry, on the first Naruto, the first my favorite game series of all time. God, that that is a good question. Again, there's a bunch of them. But all right, you know what? Well, we might continue this some other time because it's almost time for me to pass the crown. So I'll I'll continue this conversation, the whole game thing. So I'm getting ready, and I'm glad you guys were here today. So take care, And as I always say, till then, this is Leon signing off and peace out.